All right, welcome to A Deck Tech here. My name is Corey Baumeister, and today we are joined by Andrea Mengucci. Mengucci, how you doing?
Hello, everybody. Excited to be here.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us. So, we're just going to jump right into it. You were playing mono white aggro. Why did you land on this deck?
I was very much into runes. I was the rune testing partner of everybody, and then Mono White Aggro happened. I received a quick, not that quick actually, 0-6 in matches, and I said, you know what?
Ooh.
I'm sold. Mono White it is.
Yeah, if you get beat by him, join him, I guess. So yeah, let's jump right into it, because if this is a rune killer, that's got to be a good spot to be at. So let's talk about the 1-drops. We have 4 Hopeful Initiate and then 1 Usher of the Fallen. Why did you land on this configuration?
Hopeful Initiate can be as big as a 3-4, killing very important artifact and enchantments around, like the Mythic Massacre, Key to the Archive. So we just said, you know what? Hopeful Initiate, you're in.
All right, I love it. I love it. So let's go to the 2-drops where mono white aggro kind of lives. These are usually the most important cards because you really want to curve out. Let's start with Luminarch Aspirant. This was actually a card that got rebalanced to not really be more powerful, but to be a little less powerful and just add that counter on the end. Is that card still just as good?
It is. It is. Still a very aggressive card. Pretty good with some double strike cards that we're going to see later. Just helps your team grow bigger than the Mythic Massacre, and yeah, overall a very good card.
Then we have Thalia, Garden of Thraben. We've seen this a lot, you know, very good up against cards like Mythic Massacre, other pieces of spot removal. But I think the 2-drops I really want to chat about is Captain Eberhard and Sigardian Evangel. Tell me a little bit about these two, because they're very unique.
All right. Yeah, this is not standard Alchemy, so we gotta play those, you know, weird little card that we don't get to play otherwise. The Captain is sweet. Sometimes you just, like, reducing costs for you, it's also a very big deal, other than, of course, being like a 4th copy of Thalia. Then the double strike, that really matters when you have cards like the Wandering Emperor, the Intrepid Adversary, of course, Luminarch Aspirant, so it just gets big with double strike. That's a lot.
Double strike and putting counters on is a recipe for success, that's for sure. So now let's go to our 3rd slide here. This is your 3-drops, and this is pretty telling as far as what deck you're expecting. Let's start with these Archon of Emira. You're just playing all 4 in the main.
4 in the main, we had to beat runes, and Archon of Emira is the best card to do it. It's not gonna do it on itself. We need the exile effect. So we max after sideboard with 8 between Apparition and Brutal Cathar. Here we play 6 in the main. With the, we'll see later, Inquisitor Captain, you can basically count it up to 12. So we really just need to exile those creatures suited up with the runes and make sure that they don't go off with Showdown of the Scouts with 4 Archon of Emira.
You're doing my job for me. Let's go to these 4-drops and let's talk about Inquisitors Captain, because this is one of the most exciting Alchemy cards. It's kind of this collected company-esque card, except you just never miss. I mean, I miss all the time with that card, so, you know, it's good to have one where you can't miss.
Sometimes you can miss. If the game goes too long, you have too many creatures in play, the Inquisitor Captain doesn't hit. I've done that.
Good point. Hopefully you're winning that game if you played that many creatures, but sometimes with a lot of meat hook, you never know. Another card that is really exciting, we've seen Intrepid Adversary. This is a card that just pumps your team very effectively. Something we normally see as a 4 of just stock. This card is so good, but the Wandering Emperor ends up kind of taking that slot. Tell us a little bit about this Planeswalker.
Yeah, but the Wandering Emperor is so powerful, just one of the staple in Mono White Standard. Here we play only 2 copies, because with 4 Inquisitor Captain you can't play a million 4-drop, although we do have 26 lands in the deck, which kind of makes it less of a Mono White aggro, more of a Mono White mid-range slash control. So the Wandering Emperor is a great card. It's a combat trick, it's a removal spell that exiles, which is super huge against the Kami. And yeah, overall, the Wandering Emperor just does it all in a white aggro deck.
Andrea Mengucci, I wish you nothing but the best of luck with this. I hope you crush it. This has been Mengucci playing Mono White Aggro.